Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with this quick little video about Captain Marvel. Now, I'm deciding, well, since I awakened her, to take her up to rank 3 and play around with her a bit. And maybe after playing around with her a bit, depending on how she does, I may take her to rank 4 or rank 5. She's got great prestige. So I decided to run through Uncollected with her, and we're going up against this Crossbones here. And now the thing about Captain Marvel, this new Captain Marvel, is she is great for questing. Now, she's gonna be kind of weak at first in the first fight because you need to build up her persistent charges, which are actually her binary charges. You want to get those up to 25 because once you get them up to 25, she automatically goes into binary ignition, and that is where her real damage comes from. Now, the way you can build up these binary charges is through parrying. If you parry, you get 1, and you can also build them up through a heavy. When you heavy attack, you get 3. A special 1 also gives you 3 binary charges. Now, a special 2, that actually doesn't give you any binary charges, which you'll see later on in this video. The special 2 does allow you to become unblockable when you're in binary ignition, but it consumes 4 charges. So the special 3, we launched the special 3 here because the special 3 gives you 10 binary charges. So we're up to 24. Now we are at 25 charges. So now it is time to just go ham. So once you enter binary ignition, you are indestructible and unstoppable. Now the next fight here is against a Mystic, and that is where Captain Marvel, the new Captain Marvel, fails. You do not want to bring her up against a Mystic champ. Alright, so now we're coming up against Nick Fury, and we've carried over 21 of the 25 charges that we had. So, when the number of charges that you end a fight with, you'll bring over into the next fight. So, if you want to start the fight in binary ignition, not manually, just automatically, it's great if you have 25 charges because you'll enter that fight automatically in binary ignition. Now, if you want to start it manually, you have to have at least 10 charges, and you just hold block for about, I think it's 1.2 seconds. The 0.2 is really random. So right now we're trying to build our charges back up. We've got 2. We want to get back into binary ignition. The whole key here with Captain Marvel, the new Captain Marvel, is for her damage to be just crazy. You want to be in binary ignition. So now I'm getting kind of a little bit lobby here. But just watch her ramp up. Alright, so now we're going to move on to Spider-Man. We had 12 charges from the last fights. We carried those over, and we're just trying to build them back up. So we're just going to heavy our way through, and that'll give us some charges. So there, I decided there to manually go into binary, so I could become indestructible because I had a feeling he was going to toss that special 1, right? So her special 2, there's that 100% chance to stun, and Spider-Man just got wrecked. So now we're moving on to Drax. We've got 14 charges left over from the last fight. Automatically entered it, so we had 15 when we entered into binary ignition. That gave us 3 Furies. When you enter binary ignition, for every 5 charges that you have, you gain a Fury. So that's another reason why it's important to have as many binary charges as you can. That way you get more Furies. Now her binary charges are capped at 25, which means when you enter binary ignition, you are capped at 5 Furies. But she will just punch through armor, even not in assassin range. Now, this is a good place for her to shine, is Cap Infinity War. Cap Infinity War, like the other Caps, he's got great block proficiency, and Cap Infinity War also has that annoying glancing like Ant-Man. And once she goes binary, we've got the 5 Furies. She is just cutting through that glancing like it is nothing. So it is pretty awesome. She's still doing fantastic damage even with his glancing there. So we're slowly losing our charges. You lose one per second pretty much. So once you enter binary ignition. So it's important to try to keep those up while you're in binary ignition. Now when you're going against an energy champ like Cyclops here, like the other Captain Americas, she absorbs that energy that he gives off. So right here, I'm gonna block instead of dodging that special one to try to get my binary charges back up, since I only started the fight with 6 charges and now we are at 14. So once I get up to my special 3, I'm gonna launch my special 3 and that'll give me 10 additional charges. So now I'm at 16, got the special 3, drop it, that'll give me, like I said, you're capped at 25. So that'll give me the 25 charges and I'll automatically enter into binary ignition, and now my damage is really gonna roll. So, all right, so we've got 5 Furies, we're unstoppable, we're indestructible, so we're just gonna go ham. All right, so now Wasp. We all know that Wasp is a glass cannon. So we started the fight with 22, just parried, got up to 25, automatically into binary ignition, 5 Furies, indestructible, launched the special 2, Wasp is stunned. Yeah, we got some glancing there, no big deal, and she is just getting wrecked. I mean, Captain Marvel just murders Wasp. All right, so now we're going up against Night Thrasher, and we want to build our charges again back up to 25. We started the fight at 16. Once you get those charges up and you get binary activated, there I manually activated it. So I did that again by just holding block for like a second. We're indestructible, unstoppable, 5 Furies, time to go ham, drop the special 2. And we didn't get the stun there, probably from the glancing. I understand that. So that's kind of a little sucky, but hey, it is what it is. So, and boom, easy peasy. All right. So now we're going up against Ultron, and this is where Captain Marvel is really gonna shine. We have the class advantage, so we're just trying to build our charges back up. We entered the fight with 11. We want to get back up to 25. So we're just gonna try to heavy our way through, parry heavy until we can get those charges back. So we absorb that, we're up to 20, activate binary manually. We've got 4 Furies, we're indestructible. Let's build up some more. Heavy, heavy. All right, we're up to 25. Let's have at it and go ham. So, as you can see, when Captain Marvel, when she's not in her binary ignition form, her damage isn't as great. But as soon as she becomes binary, or excuse me, as soon as her binary ignition is activated, there we go. Her damage output is just crazy. All right, so now let's go ahead and see if we can keep binary ignition active the whole fight. And the best way to do that is to go into here in Realm of Legends and test him out, or excuse me, and test her out against Winter Soldier. So there we're at the 25. Now our binary ignition is active. Let's see if we can keep it up. And we're doing a pretty good job, right? The way you want to keep binary active is basically you want to, parry when you can to get the charge, and heavy when you can. Launch your special 2. Once he's stunned, just heavy, 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 heavy until he's not stunned, and just work your way back up. Now, I should mention too that when you drop the special 3, you also get a power gain. It's like a 40% power gain buff, so that comes in handy when you're also trying to get to your special 2 in order to stun your opponent. So, got a little sloppy there at the end. It happens. But Winter Soldier goes down easy peasy. So, what are my thoughts on Captain Marvel? I really like her gameplay. She's a lot of fun. Her game style is smooth. I love smooth characters. I'm not a fan of clunky characters like She-Hulk, but she is very smooth to play. And she's an easy ramp-up champ, whereas Prox can be kind of hard if you're not, like, Proxima Midnight is, a couple of her missions are really easy, but if you're not that great at intercepting, it can be hard to get her full output, whereas this new Captain Marvel, really all you got to do in order to build her up is parry heavy. So that makes it great. And another good thing too is for her damage output, some champs rely heavily on synergies for their damage, whereas this new Captain Marvel, she really doesn't. You can make her binary ignition lasts longer. You can make her charges last longer by synergizing her with a team, but it's not necessary, and I think that's great. She is a great counter to energy champs like Electro, like Bishop, obviously against Ultron. So I think that is great. She's not a great champ against Mystic characters, but there's got to be a counter somewhere, you know? We just got the Cord counter with Ebony Maw, so always there's gonna be a counter to a champ no matter what. So anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the new Captain Marvel? Do you have her? Do you like her game style? Do you think she is a good energy champ, or excuse me, a good champ against energy dealing champions? Do you disagree with what I have to say about her? Do you think she's good for questing? Do you think she's good for AW? I don't think she'll be good for defense, but I think she's definitely good for that questing and Alliance War offense. Like I said, that's all I got. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks everyone for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys.